My foot is in the shot, isn't it?
Yeah, foot shot. Do you want to get a suck, or are we being bold?
Shut up. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is if you have not been watching LCS, we've got you covered. And today, my guest is none other than Drew Fawcett, who is my producer.
Yep, and your friend.
Who is my producer, and is kind of like the backfill for, I would say you just kind of like backfill in esports as a whole. Like when Team Liquid was like, oh, our team played with an idiot. Can he...
Okay, I wouldn't say idiot. A goal, maybe
I mean,
like
that was the role you were playing in the video.
Yeah. I was playing the non-pro, I would call it. The non-pro.
Anywho, so he's gonna help me discuss this stuff because other esports personalities keep becoming not esports personalities, either because they get canceled or because they need to make money. So this is kind of where we're at. But if you haven't been watching, this is an amazing weekend for you to tune into because
it's so exciting. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got 2 undefeated teams, and they're facing each other. Yeah,
that's the big thing. So on Sunday, we have Team Liquid versus C9, and these 2 teams are undefeated in best of 3s as a whole. Some of them have lost some matches, but they have not, they've lost games, not matches.
Yeah. Games, not matches nowadays, Travis. That's the meta.
It's matches, not games. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about C9 and Team Liquid. And Drew, because you have done a bunch of content with Team Liquid, for reasons I don't understand, because they didn't pull me for that. Ben doesn't do that for some reason. You should explain what the deal is with this team.
Team Liquid. Team Liquid is looking good. They looked good last split, and then they went to Worlds.
MSI.
They went to MSI. And then they came back stronger. They came back better. They didn't implode, which was huge.
Yes.
In this split, they've been on a tear. They haven't lost a match.
Yes. And then we have them facing C9, and C9 did make changes. So they did not go to Worlds or MSI during the break. And instead, they made some roster changes. So they replaced Fudge with Thanatos, who's an exciting young player from Korea. And they brought back fan favorite coach Reaper. And I think what's interesting about this matchup is that not a lot of people have been talking about this, but I actually think Spawn is one of the best coaches to ever coach in the LCS, even though he's only been coaching for a little bit. Because if you look at his track record before the LCS, he's had a ton of success. And so I've been really happy to have him come in. And I think one of the other coaches who could contest him for this claim of like best coach ever in the LCS is Reaper. And Reaper has returned to face off against Spawn. So it is kind of like not only a battle of the undefeated coaches, but also a battle of the, it's not of, the teams are undefeated.
What are you trying to say?
But also the coaches.
Also the coaches are undefeated, or they're really good.
The hype is high for this match, and it is happening on Sunday, so tune in to that. But while we have you here, we're also going to talk about some of the other teams and other matches, and I think we should talk about FlyQuest, who has only lost 1 match so far this split, and that is to Team Liquid. And that was on the very first day.
I mean, they're looking good. We got the Whippo and Inspired, the duo, the toxic duo, back at it again. They've swapped their mid laner. It's now Quad, yes?
Yes.
I think he's been doing pretty well.
Yes. Jensen, no longer on that team. If you watched last split, he got booted over to Dignitas, and we'll get to them in a little bit. But FlyQuest is also facing against Shopify. And did you know that Shopify actually won?
I did, yes. And because they've got Boogie now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's entirely the reason they won, but they were facing Dignitas, and Dignitas seems really shaky. So Shopify finally won. A lot of people, they had not won a single game. They had been, I think, 0-8, and then they went 2-0 against Dignitas that day.
And they looked good.
I guess I would say Shopify is on the up and up because they've won 1 match. And like for them,
that's big.
That's big. Yes.
Are they still able to make playoffs?
So here's the fascinating thing. The bottom 4 teams are all 1-4 right now. So half the league is 1-4. Anyway, so FlyQuest and Shopify will be interesting because if Shopify just rolls over again, then we know that it was a fluke.
Yeah.
And that's the other match on Sunday. If people do not like watching the LCS that much right now, and you're watching this video anyway, don't watch Saturday. Is my advice.
Okay, because that'll dissuade you.
Yes.
Yeah, save your viewership for Sunday.
Yes. Drew, what are the matches on Saturday?
I know these like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
Obviously, C9 and Team Liquid are not in it, and either of them. I think Immortals are facing Dignitas.
That would be incorrect.
That already happened. Yikes. Should have done my research. But there are probably Immortals okay, then that's easy. It's 100 Thieves.
Yes.
And Dignitas is facing, what is it? Who?
NRG.
Oh, no! NRG. Guys, I love you.
You're friends with Croissant, too.
Yeah.
So it's NRG versus Dig and 100T versus Immortals. I did all the hyping for Sunday, so I think you should do the hyping for Saturday.
All right. Immortals versus 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves, they got Sniper. That's what they're always talking about that on broadcast. Young, hotshot player. A lot of solo kills this guy.
No, hotshot.
Oh, Hotshot GG. That's CLG.
Different, yes.
That's a different brand. Versus Immortals. I mean, what a great opportunity. Immortals is not looking too hot.
Yeah.
And historically, they have not.
Drew always tries to be positive about everything in his life. And so I want to hear him talk more about Immortals.
Immortals, they've got Tactical. Immortals, they have Castle. They've got these players that you may have counted out for good reason. Maybe for good reason. But it's never too late to turn it around. Both of the teams are 1-4.
Yes.
So that means no matter what, one of them is going to be 2-4.
Yes.
It genuinely is like a
do or die. You know how many more weeks are left?
Yeah, obviously 3.
2. NRG Dig.
NRG Dig. NRG is 2-3, whereas Dig is 1-4. NRG, they've been running it back with the same roster for a couple splits now, and
that's not true.
Really? Oh, they swapped their support. Yeah, they got Huhi.
Yes.
And
instead of Ignar.
And that actually wasn't very good for the team, I guess, record-wise.
The thing that's interesting about this Dignitas team is that it should be better than it is, I think. When you look at the lineup and the roster and stuff, and it similar to you, they should be better than they are. And so they only have 2 weeks left to figure that out. Otherwise, I mean, I guess they could sneak into playoffs. The big issue is that right now, everything feels like it's like C9 TL FlyQuest.
Yeah.
And everything else is kind of a mess. But here's the thing. Other than TL and FlyQuest, those top 3 all play each other in the next 2 weeks. And then all the bottom plays each other. So everything's going to get really crazy in these last 2 weeks. So if you're looking for a reason to watch, that's why you should watch. Because there's hype in the fact that we have our 2 undefeated teams playing on Sunday. But also over the next 2 weeks, right as we get into playoffs, everything's going to sort itself out. So if you've been like, wow, this is really boring. Why'd they take this giant break? That is why you got to watch, because now things are about to get really interesting and exciting, and then we head straight into playoffs where teams just start getting eliminated. We find out who's going to Worlds.
Yeah. But you guys should watch.
That's it? That's what you got?
I was just thinking you guys should watch, because it'd be good.